with Travis Scott's Utopia releasing 1 year ago as of today, I feel like now is the perfect time to discuss and think about the album a year later. And to be honest, it feels like yesterday I just listened to this album, and it's crazy it's already been a year. And it just feels like yesterday I was just talking with my sister and my homies about it. But anyway, if you haven't seen my video in prior to my first thoughts on Utopia, make sure to go check it out. I'll leave it in the description down below. But without further ado, let's get it. Here's my thoughts 1 year later from Utopia. So if you haven't seen my first initial thoughts on Travis Scott's Utopia, I will leave it in the description down below. But in that video, I talked about my thoughts regarding to my first impressions about it. And after a year later, it still holds up still. This album has sort of mixed emotions. If anything, it brings a lot of mixed emotions to the table, and it really shows how to feel with specific tracks. You know what I'm saying? One song, such as Telekinesis, makes you feel like you're closing your eyes and floating away in like a just floaty area. And then you got songs like Fiend, which shows a sort of hype, sort of energetic track. And then you get songs like I Know, which I Know has like a dark, spacey, you know what I'm saying, vibey little song. It makes you feel like you want to go like in like a dark, sort of nighttime sort of ride. And regardless of this album, it has a lot to go on with it, and it all shows from this album that Travis Scott is trying to find his utopia or his future with this album. And with this album, for me at least, it had a lot of replay value in it. Songs such as Modern Jam, it has this like old and new school beat, and with Tizo on it, I find him to be pretty good on this. It's just now over the months, I remember saying it was like a really, really good song, but nowadays, for a couple months, it's just good. I just feel like it doesn't have as much of replay value as a couple of months ago. But with a song like My Eyes, it has such a like crazy, like spacey sort of beat at the beginning, and then it switches for Travis Scott talking about it's like the concert that happened a couple like years ago. Saying his relationship with Kylie Jenner, and then the track is pretty good. And then we get songs like Meltdown, which reminds me of like a dark sort of tone of Sicko Mode. Sicko Mode being obviously the most popular on the track, and obviously Drake on it. It has a sort of high beat track, and I feel like Utopia is like a reverse to that, where it has this dark eerie beat where when Drake's verse is talking about Pharrell and Pusha T, sorry. And then you get Travis delivering it by giving his verse about Kylie Jenner's new boyfriend. But then it switches and the beat turns up to this like trap sort of beat, which I thoroughly enjoy. And then you get songs like this, like Fiend, which, God, this song is such a massive hit, and it's so crazy that this song is just so hyped that it even caused a little of an earthquake, and it's crazy to think about. And with Cardi on this, Jesus, Cardi just does his thing, and it's the first time we see him in this like deep voice, and thoroughly I enjoyed that verse. I wasn't a fan of Cardi when he does the baby voice, but when he switches this up, I was really, really enjoying this, and I really think he did pretty good on this, and he's been doing his thing and whatnot, and personally, I like it. And then you get songs like Utopia Twins, which I feel like it's kind of like Fiend, where it has this hype crowd sort of like song, and personally, I like it. But then you get songs, I don't know, just okay, such as Love and K-pop, which has the beat kind of switch into like a different vibe, which I'm not sort of a fan of, but I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a song. A song is a song, you know what I'm saying? There's different vibes when it comes to songs. It's just not my thing, and probably I think I won't listen to it again. But there's more to Utopia than what it is. Like I said, Telekinesis, in my opinion, still one of my favorites, and I think this song is absolutely perfect on this album, with Travis giving us this floaty hook and space-like aesthetic.
I can see the future is looking like we level through the sky.
And while this is happening, he's trying to find his utopia, his future, and along with it, he has this bouncy sound to it, and that he delivers, and it's really good. Along with it, the features are really good, with Future delivering the same vibe as Travis, and SZA giving out this out of nowhere singing when it comes to it. And I mentioned it in the last SZA video, but what I find really cool when it comes to Travis and SZA was that they have such a good ass chemistry with each other, and really has passion in music. Obviously, they collaborated before with Open Arms and Love Galore, but with this song, this really has this like togetherness of the passion in music, and really complements the beat and whatnot, and it really has so much passion with his music. Speaking of passion, James Blake on To Further Notice is a really good song, also giving us the beginning of the song, and it's a really good song. And then you got 21 Savage doing his thing and giving us a great verse. And then you have Travis Scott, which gives another good verse with the closing up to Further Notice. Overall, I think this album is everywhere. It has some emotion where it brings it out, and the album has so much replay value that even a lot of these songs I still go back to like years later when I first listened to it and enjoy it more. Even songs like Circus Maximus, I went back to and I was like, you know what, it's a good song now. And Hyena, which is a really good song in my opinion as well. And this, like I said, this album's everywhere. This album has so much emotion to it, and obviously, this album's not perfect. I don't think there is a perfect album, but personally, for me, songs like Love with Kid Cudi and K-pop with Bad Bunny and The Weeknd, it's just not for me. It's not even not for me on my replay value. And same with that can be same with God's Country, in my opinion. It's just But I do believe this album lives up to his 5 year notice, and I can't wait to see what Travis Scott cooks up next when it comes to his next album, when he releases singles. Really looking forward to it. Shout out to Travis Scott. But that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Utopia a year later and what y'all thoughts are. Do y'all still have this on replay value? Let me know. Make sure to follow my social media description down below, and I'll see y'all next time. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.